Hey, ballers, I am Squiggles. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. All right, we have aTnDarKFoRcE, the Zergy player, versus aTnSocke, the blue Protoss player. So a red versus blue on GSL Crevasse, I believe. Yes, indeed, it is going to be so. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to cast this entire series. Just want to let you guys know. And this is from WCG Germany National Finals. Oh, yes, indeed it is. A lot of you may have actually missed these games. I know I did because the MLG was playing all weekend, and I think most people were tuning into that. They had Tastosis there, they had Husky, they had Day 9, they had all the big names in casting. And so a lot of people may have missed these games, but I have heard they are very, very good. Like I said, from the Germany National Finals for the World Cyber Games. So going to be casting the entire set. It is a best of 5, and it is going to be between aTnSocke and, like I said, aTnDarKFoRcE. Kind of funny that both of them are on the same team. So yes, indeed, we're going to see a team kill here. But this team has to feel pretty good already because 2 of their players made it to the top 2 in their nation. So, I mean, nothing to sneeze at all. Now, this is Crevasse, one of the biggest maps in the map pool, and they are spawning as far away as you humanly can, and also as you Zergy can and Protoss can. It doesn't even matter your nationality here. The distance is still the same. Although with this probe, you could throw it on a pylon and then negate the entire distance, but whatever. We won't talk about that anymore unless it comes up, and then there'll be some rage, some keyboards will be smashed, some little children will duck and avoid getting punched in the face. And it'll be a big hold fiasco, but we'll have to see if that happens. It looks like darkFoRcE is going for the hatchery first at his very, very safe natural expansion. He does have this one rich Vespine geyser that he may take or may not. Looks like he's actually taking this geyser over here, and now he is going to be getting a spawning pool. So everything's looking pretty safe. Going to be getting gas before a spawning pool. Just adding in that additional hatchery first, and it looks like Socke going to be going ahead and getting his Nexus as well, because you know what, this is a long map, and why not expand and get that extra money, get that extra base up super early. Both of them thinking the exact same thing, so we're going to be seeing at least 2 base play, if not more, a little bit more of a macro style, which is totally something you would expect on this map. Now it looks like Socke is getting some good scouting. Oh, losing control of his probe there just for a little bit. There we go. Run, Probey, run. Going to be scouting back around, just seeing everything that's going on in darkFoRcE's base, and everything's looking pretty standard. Not going to be getting any huge queues, except that darkFoRcE has expanded and is playing standard. Meanwhile, over here, looks like Socke is going to be getting a forge, has his gateway almost done as well, expecting to see the cybercore pop up any moment here, like right about, yeah, there we go. And is that, oh, nice. That's actually a tight wall, so pretty cool there by Socke. Pretty cool. And he may actually cancel one of these. I'm not actually sure. Or he may kill it. Or he may just let it finish. Don't know. I don't know. Whatevs. It's all good. So he's actually going to be incredibly safe right now. And I think, yeah, he's going to throw down, what, a cannon? Let there be cannon. Let there be a cannon. Ta-da! There's a cannon. Yes, very good. So he's going to be totally safe from any kind of early pressure that darkFoRcE can possibly put on him. And he's going to be able to just probe and probe and probe, and I mean that's like droning, but with just probes. It allows him to chrono boost just his probes and get a really good economy going early, and then be totally safe and move out at a later time. Looks like speed about 80% of the way done for darkFoRcE. Has this queen right here. Thinking about vomiting on the hatchery. Also thinking of maybe putting a creep tumor down, but I think that she is just indecisive. She's halfway between both points, and maybe it's because she wants to kill off this probe. There's 1 hit, there's 2 hits, there's 3 hits, there's probe, gotta be careful, run away, probe, run away. Now it's actually really good for Socke that he's able to keep this probe alive, just able to get all this additional scouting going on. And there's the vomit larva again. Oh, another poke going on, but it looks like the probe will manage to get away. Oh no, there's a speed leg. Probe, no, and he's gonna go down. Not even gonna be able to get up the ramp to see a second queen vomiting all over this hatchery as well. Very messy base for darkFoRcE. He is taking his 3rd right now, and he saw that Socke has walled himself in completely. Looks like he is getting a bunch of sentries as well. So he could be going for, I mean, they're very good defensive units, but he could also be going for like a push with force fields to just slice and dice up darkFoRcE's army like a fruit ninja, only instead of blade he has force fields. So we'll have to see if that happens. It looks like he does have all 3 of his gas right now. Keep in mind, like I said before, this is a rich Vespene geyser, so able to mine some more gas from that. Looks like aTnDarKFoRcE has his as well. But aTnDarKFoRcE is going to be taking that third base. He sees a turtle toss, and he's like, well, I'm just going to expand again because I read the how to play a Zerg manual, and they said you're supposed to be a base ahead, so I'm just going to be a base ahead. Meanwhile, it looks like, ooh, a quick +1 coming out for aTnDarKFoRcE, so, or for aSocke rather. Looks like he could be going for some kind of a timing, or could just be going, I don't know. Zealots are a lot better against Zerglings when they have that +1. And it looks like aTnDarKFoRcE not getting any kind of upgrades just yet. Is not just now going to be getting +1 missile attacks, getting roaches as well. So he could be going for a ton of roaches here. Looks like only 3 on the way right now. Maybe he just wants to be defensive and get a few roaches so he doesn't die. But if he wanted to, he could make a huge push across the map. There we go. 9 roaches in production. So aTnDarKFoRcE is going to be aggressive with this. And it looks like this could be a great timing because it looks like aSocke is moving out and is thinking about at least taking his expansion. So if aSocke expands as aTnDarKFoRcE pushes, that's going to be crazy good for aTnDarKFoRcE, and aSocke is really going to have to defend perfectly. Now, he does have a ton of sentries with quite a bit of energy on him, but keep in mind that these sentries are really, really good support units. They're good at putting those force field down, cutting up the other units of his opponent, and just letting his other units, his zealots, his stalkers, do all of the damage. So because he has only sentries, this could be pretty scary as he's not going to have the DPS. Only 2 zealots right now. This is a very Huck style push where he gets a ton of sentries, a couple of zealots, and is just going to push out, maybe get some map control and see exactly what aTnDarKFoRcE is doing, because he does not have a robo yet. So he's going for blink stalkers actually. And meanwhile, aTnDarKFoRcE is getting, look at this, 13 more roaches in production. So he's going to wait for this huge swell of roaches. He's going to push out, and he is going to see that, oh my, that there is a lot of sentries, and sentries are really good against roaches while they have energy because of all the force fields, if there are zealots and stalkers to back them up. If there are not, then it's not going to be that great. And look at this, +2 weapons for Protoss is about 60% of the way done. So I think he's going to wait for this +2 to finish, and that's going to be a nasty timing. It looks like the glial reconstitution, that's roach speed, is going to be done, as well as Zerg missile attacks 1 is going to be done when this attack commences. But there's going to be blink, there is going to be +2, more gateways being added. Oh, so many gateways being added on. Is he going to add? Yeah, so he's going to go up to what? This 8 gateways? Yeah, 8 gateways on 3 bases. And so aSocke's numbers are just going to absolutely swell. But you know what? There are a ton of roaches coming out for aTnDarKFoRcE. You can see the supply differences, and really that is going to be all in roaches. 42 roaches coming in right now. 1 Zergling, 49 drones versus 58 probes. So aSocke is actually way in the lead as far as economy goes, but is he going to be able to survive this attack? We're going to have to see. It is coming in right now. So many roaches. Here comes some nice force fields, trapping a lot of them. You can see more force fields going down, but the roaches are trying their best to do damage. And there we go. Traffic jam in LA time. Yay! As all of these roaches are totally defenseless right now to these force fields, and it looks like aSocke actually still has a ton of force fields left to burn. But it looks like a bunch of roaches up here are going to be able to get in and do a lot of damage. Going to be killing a ton of probes. There is a lot of cannons by aSocke, though, and he's able to clean up this group of roaches at the top. Now he's going to move in with his stalkers and his sentries and try to... Oh, there's the offensive blink in to focus down a lot of those roaches. Force fields going down, preventing the roaches from even doing much damage at all. And it looks like aTnDarKFoRcE, though, with 9 more roaches in production, getting some speedlings as well, +2 missile attacks and tunneling claws on the way right now. And, I mean... Oh man, aSocke is holding down super well right now. Well done by him. You can see additional reinforcements warping in, additional stalkers, and it looks like aSocke has beaten back the attack of aTnDarKFoRcE. Now going a little bit on the offensive. Got to be a little bit careful, doesn't want to overextend. And now it looks like these sentries are about out of energy. A couple force fields going down. But oh, look at this. These roaches are trying to focus down these sentries. Looks like they will get one. Oh, that sentry is so lucky. And the roaches are going to back up. But I think that aSocke did see that tunneling claws is done. Not going to have to worry about it too much here because there are cannons everywhere. Actually, another cannon here. So this tunneling claws isn't going to help him much around these cannons. But as soon as he gets out and about, then it's definitely going to help. +2 is done for the Protoss player, I should say, and it looks like +3 being started right away. +2 almost done for aTnDarKFoRcE, also droning behind that attack, getting 9 more drones. So it is 3 bases on 3 bases right now, and Socke actually ahead in the supply as far as that goes. We'll go ahead and check out the units again. We can see that a few probes were lost by Socke, just a couple. So it looks like aTnDarKFoRcE just barely ahead in drones right now. So economy is about the same. 16 stalkers versus 22 roaches. And yeah, so pretty much Socke is in a phenomenal spot right now, able to hold off that aggression by aTnDarKFoRcE incredibly well. Looks like Ventral Sack's coming down now, so we could be seeing some kind of Overlord play. That would be pretty cool, as aTnDarKFoRcE is desperately trying to figure out a way to do damage to Socke, who is now on 3 bases as well. And I mean, aTnDarKFoRcE really needs to expand or do whatever. You can see he is way ahead as far as supply goes, but if you check out the units tab again, you can just see that there's, well, now he has 38 roaches, but I mean, these sentries, man, if he lets the sentries sit too long, they're going to have a lot of energy again, and then these stalkers are going to be able to do their damage, because now that sentries have all these stalkers, with blink no less, to really help. Oh, there's the burrow by the Zerglings, and that's one thing. Oh, wow, it looks like Socke doesn't have any kind of, you know, overlords. Oh, there, never mind. He has an observer right there. Huh, where'd you come from? Whatever. Observer's here. Phew, never mind. I was going to say that would be really bad, but it looks like he does have an observer out. I don't know if aTnDarKFoRcE knows, and this could actually be a pretty rude wake-up call for aTnDarKFoRcE, as there we go. Now he knows, as his roaches are taking a lot of damage, they are still creeping forward, and there they go, and force field's going down right now. Lots of force fields, and now here comes the offensive burrow, as these roaches just burrow underneath the force fields and continue pushing forward. And so these sentries are not going to be doing nearly as well. You can see Guardian Shield going down as well, trying to do stuff. And look at this. Oh, aTnDarKFoRcE doing such a good job of just subverting all of those force fields. I mean, Socke is doing his best to try to, like, you know, slow him down, but wow, aTnDarKFoRcE, just amazing control there, able to push Socke back all the way to his expansion, and now it is 192 supply versus 137. Check out the units tab again. We can see that there are 56 roaches versus 27 stalkers and 5 sentries. So, oh man, this blink has better be good, because that is so many roaches that are coming in. I usually say that with banelings, so many banelings, but in this case it is roaches. They have +2 attack right now. He's actually getting banelings with centrifugal hooks right now. Getting some baneling speed going on. But oh man, I don't know, man. Socke, he's holding down absolutely phenomenally so far. Now he's going to be getting armor as well. He does have +3 done, and adding on some immortals. Immortals are so good at dealing damage to the armor heavy roaches, who, look at this, oh man, oh. So we're just going to have to see how this unfolds, as both armies are within spitting distance of each other, but content to just sit here for now, exchange email addresses and insults as they wait for this main battle to occur. It looks like Socke actually is thinking about taking a 4th, so he's actually going to be a base ahead of aTnDarKFoRcE if he's able to get it up, and this is going to be quite detrimental to aTnDarKFoRcE. It looks like Socke in a great position now for this engagement as well, able to pick off another no. But oh, wow, okay. So here we go. It looks like there is a lot of banelings and a lot of roaches here, and here we go. We're going to see force fields. Here come the roaches and banelings. Oh, as they just force all of Socke's units to run away. Oh, it looks like that one immortal is going to get focused down. That's a huge win for aTnDarKFoRcE, as nice force fields again are going to force aTnDarKFoRcE to burrow and unburrow again to subvert those force fields. Meanwhile, these overlords are just continuing to push Socke back with the threat of the banelings, and now these overlords, still with a few banelings left, are going to go ahead and pull back. It looks like aTnDarKFoRcE was able to not do that much damage. I was going to say Socke actually was able to hold that off, so good job for him. And now aTnDarKFoRcE is wise to the expansion, going to be pushing in here with a lot of roaches, killing all of these stuff, and here comes the banelings going to be dropping down on these stalkers, doing a lot of damage, taking all their shields away. And here comes aTnDarKFoRcE with the stutter step as he moves in, blink being utilized beautifully, and it looks like aTnDarKFoRcE is going to pull back again, but I think, oh, yes, indeed, this Nexus is done. So these stalkers are probably going to go down, and this Nexus is going to be under attack. Socke is going to be pushing back up and trying to save this Nexus, as it looks like, oh, wow, he may actually do it. where are all aTnDarKFoRcE's units? He has 181 supply versus 118, but I just don't know where they all are. Oh, there they are. They're all just streaming up from here. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. But it looks like Socke is going to pull back, and aTnDarKFoRcE is going to get this kill. So, bam! There goes down the Nexus. It is 3 bases on 3 bases again. And during that, actually, aTnDarKFoRcE took an expansion of his own. So he is going to be 1 base up now as they jockey around for position, both economically and militarily. Looks like this Roach just wants to scout, see if anything's going on. He's going to pay for it with his life. Oh, never mind. He is not. Look at that regeneration. Are you kidding me? That is so fast. Wow. Wow. It's really good. Roaches are really good with their rapid regeneration. Okay, so aTnDarKFoRcE, what is he going to be doing now? Looks like he's going to be getting more banelings, getting melee attack as well now. He does have +2 missile attack. No kind of carapace going on yet. And just going to be burrowing all of these roaches, going to heal them up to full because why not? It's in between engagements, and just going to be scouting around with additional roaches, trying to see exactly what Socke is doing. You can see that this assimilator is down for both of them, so no more quick gas going on, and it looks like Socke is going to continue with getting Blink Stalkers. Also has some, oh man, some High Templars in his mix now. Yes, indeed. Storms would be very, very nice in this engagement, and I'm looking for any kind of drop, but there is not going to be a drop going on. This is a little bit oversaturated, a little bit, yes indeed. And it looks like Socke is going to be taking the other expansion this time. So he tried taking this one, did not work. Going to be taking this one now. See if this works any better. Does have High Templars, does have a ton of cannons going down. Really needs to hold on to this base, and he realizes it. So he's going to be spending a lot of money to make this nigh impregnable. There we go. Using words that I can't pronounce. It's terrible. Okay, here comes aTnDarKFoRcE. He is on the aggressive again. He has lots of overlords with banelings, a couple of banelings in his roaches as well, and a few zerglings as well, actually, just a little bit. So what is he going to do? Oh, Zergling's going to run in and be like, oh, I see you have High Templar, and Storm is done. He has enough for Storm as well, so going to have to be careful because with force fields plus Storm, even if they burrow, they will take quite a bit of damage. And this is going to be a little bit scary. So what is aTnDarKFoRcE going to do? He could actually just drop up here because the army is all over here. But Socke is closing the gap as far as supply goes. You can see aTnDarKFoRcE is maxed versus 167 supply. We can go ahead and check the units tab. We can see it looks like Corruptors are on the way as well. A couple of Void Rays, Stalkers, High Templar, Immortals, Zealots, and there's all kinds of stuff for both players now. So we have successfully made it to the late game, and oh, those Corruptors totally getting caught and taken down. Fortunately for him, there's no kind of Colossus out here, so that's not going to be that big of a deal, although there are Void Rays someplace. I have no idea where these Void Rays are. I saw them on the Units tab, but I have no idea where is Socke hiding these. I'm just going to follow this line all the way down. Oh, they're with the army, Squiggles. Have you ever thought about that? Sorry, jeez, I'm sorry. I make mistakes sometimes. Okay, looks like aTnDarKFoRcE is going to be taking his 5th base right now as he runs in here. Ooh, Roach is going to be running up into the main as his main army. Oh, great Storm right there, killing all those banelings. And now it looks like aTnDarKFoRcE is going to run away. He just wanted to do a poke there, a little feint, as his roaches who are in the main, you can see on the minimap, are trying to do some damage. Nice Storms again. Here come the banelings dropping all over the place, and Storm's actually taking out a lot of the Stalkers as well. Looks like these roaches are going to be pushing forward. Does not have any kind of anti-air, so these Void Rays are going to have free reign right now. But these Stalkers are still alive in the main, and they were able to kill off a couple of buildings. It looks like they will burrow and escape death at least for a little bit, but I don't know. Not sure if that was worth it or not. But, I mean, Socke is down in supply at 91 versus 150 as aTnDarKFoRcE making a lot of Corruptors now because he needs something to deal with these Void Rays. Roaches, as good as they are, do not shoot air. So, got to be a little bit careful of that. Looks like he's going to be picking off another pylon over here. Oh, and then maybe burrowing again. Or he could be like, oh, I can take on this force. That's fine. Meanwhile, it looks like Socke is going to be pushing out for pretty much the first time this game. Going to be trying to do some damage and focus down this hatchery. Looks like it is totally undefended. And he needs to be careful not to get sandwiched as roaches come in here. And it looks like, oh, he's going to use that blink to get away. At least most of his guys. A couple guys missed blink to there, but they'll be able to escape in just a little bit. Not a big deal at all. Going to use that opportunity to scout as well. These roaches still chilling here, and there's a little bit of stalemate going on between 2 Stalkers versus 3 Roaches. Roach is going to be popping back up now that they are totally repaired and going to be focusing down. Oh, never mind. Ha ha ha. The the Roaches do not manage to get the kill, and so neither of them getting kills at this point. And now the stalemate continues. Look like these Stalkers have lost a little bit of their patience / will to fight there. They're like, whatever, this is stupid, man. I'm gonna go join the rest of the army. This is a pretty scary army for Socke. So gonna have to see what he decides to target next. If you go over here and pick off this expansion, that would be a good choice. It looks like that may be what he's doing, is he just bounces around to the Zelnanga watchtowers, tries to get vision. Oh, he can see creep. Okay. That is an indicator, and oh, gotta be careful, lots. Oh, look at this, Infestors and Queens coming out as well. Broodlords are on the field, and Storm is going down. Oh, nice, Storm's gonna force everything back. And where are the Corruptors? He needs Corruptors because these Void Rays are doing lots of damage. Nice Fungal going down, but I mean, Socke's forces are just really, really beefy at this point. There we go, Transfuse keeping those Corruptors alive, and it looks like, is he going to get one of the Void Rays? Boom! Void Ray goes down. So one Void Ray left, but he is going to be outmatched by these 2 Corruptors, and they both pull back. Go ahead and take a look at the Units tab again. As this battle winds down, we can see that there are now 4 Broodlords, some Infestors, Corruptors, Roaches still, against Stalkers, 1 High Templar, and 1 Void Ray. So also 51 drones versus 34 probes. So, I mean, it looks like aTnDarKFoRcE is slowly creeping ahead, and now he's going to move over here to defend this base as Socke comes in here and tries to kill it with his Blink Stalkers. But the whole army is there, and he's going to have to go ahead and fall back. Meanwhile, Roaches doing their little burrow micro stuff. Oh, there we go. And finally, there's an observer, so these Roaches are going to go ahead and go down. Looks like, they could get the Templar Archives, and they do, sniping that incredibly important tech. Wow, that's so good. And now look at these Stalkers over-committing a little bit and getting surrounded by these Zerglings, blinking away. A few of them are, but he did lose a few more Stalkers than he would have liked, and it is 148 supply versus 73. Socke GG's as he realizes he is contained. There is nothing he can do, and his teammate is just out-expanding him everywhere. So aTnDarKFoRcE is going to take down Game 1 in this best of 5 at the WCG Germany National Finals. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the rest of the matches coming up shortly.